afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun. The federal government has earmarked the 13.1 billion naira for the procurement of arms, ammunition, and security equipment in the 2026 budget. Under the proposal, the Ministry of Defense will receive 688.8 million naira, while the Defense Headquarters is allocated 1.4 billion naira for arms and ammunition. The Nigerian Air Force receives the largest share with 6.1 billion naira set aside for aircraft platforms, arms and ammunition. An additional 1.7 billion naira is allocated for the purchase of 2,000 assault rifles. The Nigerian Immigration Service is to receive 702.7 million naira for arms and ballistic protection equipment, while the Nigeria Police Force gets 1 billion naira. The Department of State Services is also allocated 1 billion naira for arms and ammunition under the 2026 Appropriation Bill. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has addressed reports of unpaid promotions and salary arrears within the service. Some personnel had alleged that promotion arrears from 2022 to 2024 had not been paid, despite repeated assurances. In a statement, NSCDC spokesman Afolabi Babawale clarified that the Commandant General Abubakar Odi does not control salary or arrears payment, which are handled by the Presidential Committee on Arrears. Babawale added that record show progress has been made in settling arrears, contrary to claims the payment have stalled since 2022. A federal high court in Abuja has fixed 10 new hearing dates to conclude the trial of former Central Bank of Nigeria, Governor Godwin Emefiele, over charges related to the Naira redesign. The trial judge, Justice Marian Anene, set the date following an agreement between counsel to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Rotimi Oyedepo San, and Emefiele's lawyer, Olaliko Ojo. The hearings are scheduled for February 3rd and 10th, April 1st and 2nd, May 11 to 14, and June 9 and 10, with the court indicating that the trial, which began in 2024, will be concluded within the period. Justice Anene urged both parties to adhere strictly to the timetable, assuring them that the court would make necessary arrangements to ensure smooth proceedings. The new Initiative for Social Development, NISD, in partnership with the African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development, has officially launched the Male Feminist Network in Oyo State. The flag offers aiming to promote gender equality and male engagement in feminist advocacy. Our correspondent, Richard Ashaolu, reports.
The ceremony held at the University of Ibadan marked the formal commencement of the network's activities in the state. Speaking at the event, the State Program Officer in Southwest, Segun Ojo, said that the network aims at advocating for women and promoting gender equality, explaining that the program, which marks the second day of the network activities, is for capacity building and a way to officially kickstart the network's 2-year project in Oyo State.
This network is to bring male together, most especially male in male-dominant groups. We've done 2 days capacity building for them, and yesterday we held 1-day step-down training. That's like a TOT, training of trainers, for us to really enroll more men into the network. And today we are flagging the network up in Oyo State so that they can kickstart all their activities, because this project is also for 2 years. And the need for us to see how we can flag them off so that they can start this work and take ownership of this project.
Also speaking, the Oyo State Ambassador for the Male Feminist Network, Ambassador Abdulsalam Abdulkodri, expressed appreciation for the appointment, pledging his commitment to the growth of the network.
I see it as a privilege to be nominated or be decorated as the ambassador for Male Feminist Network in Oyo State. What we're going to bring to the table, we are going to make sure we spread the tentacles, we sensitize more people, and we have more male feminists in Oyo State, because the fight against gender-based violence is not a one-man man fight. It has to be a collective effort. Everybody must be brought to the table, and we also have to take the ownership of this fight. The fight against gender-based violence is a collective effort, and we have to make sure we fight the battle and we win the battle.
An important stakeholder, Mogaji Adedeji Adewale, called on the government to support the network's advocacy and public education support.
Well, it's a fine program that's widened our intelligence, that's let us know what we don't know. So I always say to the participants, to the government, to everybody, to join the group, elaborate more, campaigning out, let us know that MFN is gender-based, not only on female, it's both male and female.
Richard Ashaolu for Dominion News.
Many Nigerians are said to avoid routine checkups due to fear, which may be blamed partly on the unprofessional handling of patients by some health practitioners. A medical doctor, Abdul Ghaffar Labode, has however urged Nigerians to prioritize regular medical checkups, saying early detection can help to reduce the burden of many health challenges.
Essential because in order to know your health status, so at times when people will see themselves as if they are well healthy, why they are not healthy, it's very good for everybody to be checking up his health status. Some people see it as something that if they know their health status, just some people, when you tell them that your BP is this thing, as in the way they see it is as if you have given them the health date. It's as if they are going to die in the next 2 days or next 2 hours. So because of the fear, at times there's some medical this thing that if they want to tell you, instead of them to tell you in a polite way that you should check, you should manage your health like this or another way. So they'll just say that your BP is high, your BP is low. Because of that, many people shy away from checking their health status.
Dr. Labode explained that regular medical examinations makes it possible to detect illnesses early, reducing treatment costs and in many cases eliminating the need for prolonged medication. On the foreign scene, search and rescue operations are continuing in Mozambique after weeks of heavy rainfall triggered widespread flooding, submerging homes, farmland and key infrastructure. ActionAid Mozambique said that access remains difficult in several areas, particularly in Gaza province, where roads have been cut off and some communities can only be reached by boat. The country's disaster management agency reports that at least 103 people have died, while more than 650,000 others have been displaced. 8 groups are warning of a growing risk of cholera and other waterborne diseases, as nearly 100,000 people remain in overcrowded displacement camps. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping have made strong progress on trade, travel and irregular migration. Speaking in Beijing after an 80-minute meeting, Starmer said the two leaders agreed to advance plans to reduce tariffs on British whiskey, expand visa-free travel to China and improve information sharing on small boat migration to the UK. He said discussions covered how much the whiskey tariffs would be cut and the timeline for implementation, describing the talks as placing UK-China relations in a strong position. Starmer added that lowering whiskey tariffs is part of a broader push to open China further to British businesses as his government looks to boost growth in the UK economy. Talking sports, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has imposed sanctions on Senegal, Morocco and several players and officials following misconduct during and after the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations final. CAF said that the penalties stem from unfair play, disrespect and breaches of integrity. Senegal coach Pape Bona Toure was banned from 5 CAF matches and fined $100,000. Players Eliman Ndiaye and Ismail Assar each received 2 match bans for disrespecting the referee. The Senegal Football Federation was fined $615,000 for fan misconduct, improper behavior by players and officials in multiple bookings. Morocco defender Akraf Hakimi received a 2-match ban, 1 suspended for a year, while midfielder Ismail Saibari was banned for 3 matches and fined $100,000. The Moroccan Football Federation was fined $315,000 for VAR disruption, misconduct by ball boys and fans, use of laser pointers. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and X at Dominion Cars. And that hence the news update on Dominion Television. I'm Oluwayemi Adelako saying thank you for watching and good afternoon.